Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to go over how to do some blending, but we're going to use water-based markers. So I know a lot of people use alcohol markers for blending, which is great, but you can actually get really cool blends with water-based markers too. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get different blending effects and how to put them down on your coloring pages. So we're going to use this test color page from the Girl Moments coloring book by Coco. If you haven't seen this one, definitely a book that you want to pick up. Super cute pages inside to color. So we're going to get started and I'm going to show you how to do a couple different blending techniques with water-based markers, and it can just help add some interest and really cool effects to your coloring pages. So to begin, we're going to use these two blue water-based markers. These are both Tombow. It's a 452 and a 535. And just like with alcohol markers, it makes it a lot easier if you just take the caps off for the stuff that you're trying to blend with. So we're just going to take both of these caps off, and we want to start with the light color first. So I'm just going to take this light blue and I'm going to run some lines down this little flower pot. And then I'm going to take the dark blue and just add some color at the very bottom. And then I'm going to take the light blue again and I'm going to pull up. So I'm pressing from the bottom to the top, and you can already see it is starting to pull the color from the wet darker blue marker down below. So just like with alcohol markers, you want to keep wet with wet. When you're trying to blend with water-based, it just really gives you a lot more control, because once it's dried, there's not a whole lot you can do with blending at that point. So just make sure that you keep wet with wet and that you're pulling the color from one direction to the other. And that's all I'm really doing. It's pretty simple, just grabbing this blue and dragging it up. Now I will say, with these thinner pages in most of these coloring books, with water-based, you're probably going to only get away with maybe one round of blending. So keep that in mind, because when you're blending with any marker, you're actually saturating the page quite a bit with ink. And with water-based, you're saturating the page with a water-based ink. So you can see it has bled quite a bit, which is okay. And that will dry, but after this dries, I probably won't be able to get away with any more rounds of blending on this without the paper just starting to tear and give way. So just something to keep in mind, you can really only get away with one round of blending when you use water-based. So that looks pretty good. I mean, it's not as seamless as an alcohol marker, but sometimes that's not the look that you're going for. You want to have some textures, some unique style, and water-based can provide that for you. So the other way to blend with water-based marker is to use what's called a blender tool. So just like in alcohol markers, they have a blender for water-based as well. And the reason why you want to use this for making blends that are more seamless and look a little bit more like alcohol marker, the reason why you want to use this is because it gives you a lot more options as far as color variations. So what you do is they have a blending palette. This is just a laminated piece of cardstock. So if you don't want to go fork over money for this blending palette, you can just take a piece of paper and laminate it, and then you've got a blending palette right there ready for you to go. And the way this works is you take two colors, or however many colors you want. We're going to just start out with two. So I'm going to take this pink color and I'm just going to color a little bit on this palette. And then I'm going to take this purple color, and now I'm going to color below on this palette. And the cool thing is this is a laminated sheet, so this hasn't dried. It's just going to be sitting there. And then you take your blender and you just pick up the color as if you would a paint palette, like if you had a paintbrush and a paint palette. So we're just going to take a little blender tool, and you can see it's already picking up the color, and you can see it's on the end there. And let's put some color on these little tulips. So I'm going to start at the bottom and just slowly pull the color up. And what this does is it allows you to blend the color before it hits the page. So you can see how smooth that is, this pink and the purple, because you're actually doing your blending here, and then you're applying it to the page. And just like if you were painting with paints, you can add bits of the darker color or the lighter color and add them. So let's do that. Let's add just a little bit more of this dark purple. And let's add it just to the bottom to create a little bit more depth on this tulip. And there you go. Let's try another color and see what we think of it. So let's do a red and an orange. So we'll scribble down some orange. And then we're going to scribble some of this bright red. And then take our colorless blender and we're going to run it across the two. And look at that, it's blended the colors together. And if it's a little too intense, that's okay. You can just color over here and then blend it a little bit more on this side. So you're never really stuck with it. The colorless blender in water-based is actually a really cool tool. I found it to be very useful on lots of my pages, especially if you're going for a softer look or maybe like a watercolor look, but you don't want to actually use watercolors on your pages because the paper is pretty thin for that. You can just use these water-based and use their little color blending palette and pre-blend your colors and then add them to the page. So let's do one more example. Just clean my blender off. Let's do some leaves. So let's see. Well, we've got leaves here, so let's do some leaves there. Let's see what we can do with that one. Again, taking the colorless blender, I'm going to run it across. And there we go. So you can get some really nice soft watercolor type effects using this little blender tool. And then to clean this up is very simple. Just take a paper towel and you just wipe it away. Good as new, it can be used again for your next blending project. So I hope you found this video helpful. Just some quick tips and techniques on how to do some water-based blending, how to use just a 2-color blend, and then also how to use this water-based blender so that you can create some really nice, more soft watercolor effects as well. So you can see this is pretty intense with blending, but this is a softer look. So you can get both looks with water-based and really have some fun and create some really nice features on your coloring pages. I hope you found this video helpful and interesting. If you like my videos, be sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.